So let's talk about the American people and how more people need additional help. But where's that help coming from? Is this going to come from the federal government? Are we going to see it come from states? Are they going to self-fund? Well, here's what we know. The American people need additional help. We know food prices continue to soar. Gas prices are going up. The housing market remains unaffordable as ever. Real wages have actually gone down. And this is all a problem. All this stuff is a problem. But according to the White House, they're doing everything that they can to ensure that your income is going to last. But here's the problem. They are doing all that they can. And all that they can is still not enough for millions of Americans who are suffering, who are struggling, who are seeing their SNAP benefits get reduced at the same time that food prices continue to soar. Again, this is a problem. And this is why some states are planning on providing additional relief. Now, today I want to talk about that. I've said this over the past, year or two, that we have seen that the states all have billions of dollars in unused funding. They have billions of dollars just sitting there waiting to be used. Now, why is this sitting there? Well, this money is sitting there for one main reason. This money has to be used before, I believe, January 1st, 2025. This money has to be used on some COVID-related expenses. So, it could be stimulus checks, could be food, could be relief payments. It could be, just the state struggled over the past couple of years, so they are going to use some of that money to fix some of their issues, right? This money could be used in multiple different ways. But, and I've said this before, states are going to wait until there's an absolute need before they go and issue these payments. They don't want to just blow through this money. They don't know what's going to happen with their economy, their state's economy, over the next year. They don't know. So because of that, they're going to wait. But some states, they are going to issue some relief checks. And the majority of these checks are being issued because they got too much money. They had an excess, they had a surplus of cash, which is good news. That means more money's coming back to you if you live in some of these states. For example, in Michigan, Governor Whitmer and legislators, they announced that they'll be sending a $180 inflation relief check to residents filing for the 2022 tax year. Now, this has not yet been approved. However, if it is, and there's a good chance this could be, but they say individuals would receive a $180 check and couples would also receive a $180 check. It will be the exact same amount. If you are a couple filing separately, you will get $90 each. But if you're two individuals, obviously filing separately, you will each get $180. So that's what we know with that one. In Massachusetts, they are now saying that the state collected nearly $3 billion in excess taxes, which triggered the statute mandating a tax refund. Because of this, the state is actually going to provide eligible taxpayers with a refund that amounts to 14.0312% of their personal income tax liability. This is all based off the 2021 tax return. Okay? New Jersey. Residents have until February 28th, so it's obviously coming up, to file an application for the property tax relief program. This program is called Anchor. Now, this program, according to reports, it's going to provide more than 2 million households with this funding, right? With this property tax relief. So, this is how it works. Homeowners that earn up to $150,000 per year, they will receive $1,500 in property tax refunds, while those that are making between $150,000 to $250,000 will receive $1,000 property tax refunds. And also tenants who earn up to $150,000 will receive a check for $450. Not bad. And in Colorado, here's what we know. There's something called, TABOR or whatever. It's a Taxpayer's Bill of Rights. Now, in this Taxpayer's Bill of Rights, This requires the state to refund surplus tax revenue. So they're going to have to do that. Colorado had to do this back in September, I believe. They sent out $750 checks to individuals, $1,500 checks to couples. And now in order to get this refund, right, you must file your 2022 return by April 18th in order to be eligible, okay? And then you could receive the checks later on this year. Now, one other thing I just want to point out, and this is something that there's 4.1 million households that could potentially get up to $3,600. Now, how are you going to get this money? Well, first, you would have had to have children back in 2021. If you did, children between the ages of 0 and 17, you could have been receiving up to $3,600 for the child tax credit payments. However, the IRS has stated that they failed to send more than 4.1 million households this check. So because of that, if you didn't get the check and you think you qualify, then what you need to do is go talk to a tax professional. They will be able to help you through this, and if you do qualify, they can help you get this payment. So that would be very beneficial as well. But that's what we know. States are looking at sending additional funding to their residents because they now know that the American people are struggling. With food costs going up so high, with real wages actually declining, this is a terrible situation to be in. But this is the situation that we are currently in. So, as soon as I get more information as to where things are headed, what we could potentially be looking at getting, I promise I will fill you in on all the latest news and updates. Again, just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.